With this whole thing about black people from Scotland, shout out to my cousins over there, but it got me thinking, if there's black people from Scotland, there's gotta be black people from Iceland, right?
You know what? I'm pretty sure it's not zero, but I will tell you one thing. It was a guy I served with in the military. He was half Icelandic and half black or whatever. So it's a bunch of them over there. The only problem is, see, it would be more, but it's the Air Force that had a base there, not the Army. If the Army had a base there, it'd be a lot more of them out there running around. Just so you know. And by the way, they need some diversity over there in Iceland. Small island, they about to triple dip in some family genes. So they big though. And he even ordered his he was a real Icelandic dude because he had this fish.
Welcome back to another episode. This is Peepod Cove Life. And if you ever wondered if there were black people living in Iceland, the answer is yes. Yes, black people live everywhere, including the top of the North Atlantic. Let's get into it. Now, in this episode, I'm going to give you some information on travel plans to Iceland, as well as the best times you should visit Iceland and things like that. If it's your first time here, I appreciate you coming through. Like the video, help get it out to more people. Now, ever since we've been doing the Black Scottish, the Black Russian, we did the Black German, we did, who else did we do? I'm missing somebody. I got the Black Japanese coming up too. They should drop after this one. But we're everywhere. We're all over this world. If this video find me, let me know what you are like. Leave me your comments down in the description. Let me know what you want, which nationality I should do next. And we haven't even thought about South America yet, y'all. It's a lot over there as well that y'all probably not even thinking about.
It's the 24th of May, 2025, and this is what 10 p.m. looks like in Reykjavik, Iceland. This is 11 p.m. This is 12 a.m. This is 1 a.m. This is 2 a.m. This is 3 a.m. This is 4 a.m. Sunrise is at 3:45, so the sun has already risen. Crazy.
Living in Iceland has really strengthened my character. I've adopted this get shit done attitude that Icelandic people have, and I'm so grateful for it.
All right.
Icelandic people rarely cancel anything due to weather, because if they had to wait for the weather to be great for them to do the things that they plan to do, they would almost never get to do anything. And now, after living here for so long, here I am on a day where the old Shantae would have been like, no, absolutely not, staying inside, gonna read a book, not going outside at all today. And I'm on a hike with my dog, and I'm having a great time. It's been snowing, hailing, raining, wind has been blowing. It's about 3 degrees Celsius, and I'm just taking the weather as it comes and enjoying this walk with my dog because he needs exercise, and so do I. So thank you very much, Icelandic people, for rubbing off on me the way that you have and making me a stronger person. Gunther! Hut! And Gunther says thank you too.
While I was doing a research on this, I see a lot of black people moving to Iceland. And it was kind of shocking to me, to be honest, but there's about 69,000 black people living there in Iceland. Now, I know a couple of people but they were heavily in the West Indies, and that deeply affects me because I'm from the West Indies. I'm from Trinidad, and Tobago. So I know what that was like. So it's good to know the history. Now, this place is not the cheapest place to live. It's very expensive. So if you do plan on visiting, I got airline tickets and stuff like that coming up soon. If you do plan on visiting, make sure you save up because this place is very expensive. It's not cheap at all. Mostly everything on this island gets shipped in from somewhere else. Look, y'all, they even got black businesses in Iceland already, y'all. So they just waiting for us to show up.
Black owned. Businesses in Iceland. Part
This
1.
is George, the owner of the lovely Kalte bar. He's originally from Brazil, but has lived in Iceland for quite a while.
That's
Kalte
crazy.
is conveniently located downtown, is stylish, cozy, and has an amazing assortment of drinks.
Did y'all know there was black people living in Iceland? Who thought this one? Did y'all? If you thought there was black, you knew that. Let me know that in the comments. If you're not a traveler, and you know, because if you travel, you see things. But if you're not a traveler, let me know down in the comments if you know there are black people in Iceland.
Drinks, including beer and cocktails. He's a master mixologist and makes some really delicious drinks I highly recommend checking out. Plus, they always look so cool. In the backyard, I love that they have a mural of Einstein and Tupac hanging out and having a beer. Next up is Afrozone, owned by the amazing Patience, who's originally from Ghana and has been living in Iceland for over 2 decades. They have an assortment of fresh fruits, vegetables, and many different products that you might be familiar with depending on where you grew up. And I recognize some of these things from when I was in Brooklyn. They also have hair extensions and hair products for Afro-textured hair. The store is located in Breiðholt, which is a little bit of a drive from downtown.
When the wind hits you in 27-degree weather.
Let me hit that at the end for the copyright. That's that cold wind coming off the Hudson River.
I recently came back from my trip, my solo trip to Iceland. That was my second time going to Iceland, and obviously for me to go to a country twice, I have to love it. And I love Iceland for its beauty, just my safety, like just feeling safe in a country will always bring me back. Secondly, I always like to spread the word. As a Black solo female traveler, I felt completely safe in Iceland. I didn't get any weird stares that you would get in certain countries. I didn't feel any aggression. Iceland is like, they're so unbothered. Like, I was doing my own thing, minding my own business in these lagoons. I did book tours, and these tours allowed me to meet other people. And that was a great way of meeting people as well, and other solo female travelers. To take pictures and everything like that, I did ask other travelers, and I brought a tripod that I have listed in the link in my bio in my Amazon. What else? I do 1000% recommend Iceland. I've never seen a beautiful country like that, ever. Like, I felt like I was in space, and I went during the summer, and it was about like 50, 60 degrees Fahrenheit, which was perfect. But just FYI, you won't see northern lights during the summer in Iceland. You will see the beautiful landscapes. I got an opportunity to hike to a volcano, which was the most amazing experience of my life. Like, this is what I live for. Like, that's why I travel, to experience things that are rare in the place I am at. So visit Iceland. It was completely safe for me as a solo female traveler. I went there by myself the second time.
Don't visit Iceland in the summer if you want to see the northern lights. Let's remember that. Right? That was very informative. Now, researching Iceland, looking for Black folks, I realized how beautiful that country is. There's a lot of Black people there. The population is growing. There's a lot of Black people moving there. It's almost at 70,000. Now, cost of living there is very expensive, but here we are. When you're talking about airfare, you know, from JFK nonstop, about 400. Wow, that's pretty cheap. A week might cost you per person, including flights. Mid-range, you'll be paying about $1,813. The luxury, you're looking at $4,214, and then budget, you could. That's pretty good to be able to go there for $800, under $800 on the budget. I wouldn't suggest that, but there's people who got a tight budget, you know, You know, if I'm spending 800, I gotta have at least that on me for something like that. But you know, it's better to be safe than sorry. Now I see there's a lot of things on here to do. Golden Circle, Blue Lagoon, South Coast waterfalls.
The only country in the world with no mosquitoes. And it's also the safest country in the world. It's Iceland. And it's so safe that it doesn't have a military.
That is crazy. Why don't they have mosquitoes? Wow. I gotta look that up.
Iceland is so safe that parents leave their babies to sleep outside. In the summer, you can experience 24-hour daylight. So at midnight, the sun is still out. Not only do they not have mosquitoes, they also don't have snakes. Iceland is one of the few countries in the world that don't have a McDonald's. Over 50% of Iceland's population believes that elves exist, and they even have an elf school. Iceland has over 130 volcanoes and over 10,000 waterfalls. Iceland is one of the most beautiful places on the planet. Read caption below to get my Iceland itinerary.
About it. They got no mosquitoes, no snakes, and no McDonald's. I could do without all three of those. No mosquitoes. Like, maybe it's because of the way Iceland is positioned, but to have no mosquitoes is crazy. It's crazy. Now, if any of y'all ever been to Iceland, let me know that in the comments. As a Black person traveling to Iceland, what was that like? You know, everyone got all different experiences, so we'd like to know.
Iceland treat you as a Black person. Not every country is Black person friendly. Hey, Jelly Beans, there's no Black person or content creator, travel content creator on this beautiful app that can guarantee your safety or your experience. I tell you guys about my experience, and my experience in Iceland was fantastic. I got no awkward stares. I felt like my customer service everywhere was very fantastic. I never felt othered. Now, it goes without saying, there's a 99% chance when you go to Iceland, you're gonna be a minority.
Fact.
However, I felt very, what's the word I'm looking for? I felt a lot of trust with my...
Hey, the one thing, what she said there, a lot of y'all need to do y'all research before y'all go to these places. Just don't buy a ticket and go and wing it. No. Some of these places you're gonna be disappointed because you didn't research. Do your research, y'all. They got Google now. You could search anything within seconds and find out the answer for it.
Tour guide, because at the end of the day, I'm paying a stranger to take me to the middle of nowhere so I can see the northern lights and see these waterfalls and see the ice. So with that being said, I would always say when you're traveling anywhere, make sure you share your itinerary with friends and family as a safety precaution. In case shit goes left, they know where you at, girl. But yeah, I would go to Iceland again. I had a fantastic time, and I didn't get to do everything that I wanted to do. And it's only a 5-hour flight from Washington, D.C.
Let me know if Iceland's on your bucket list as a Black person traveling to Iceland. I want to hear everybody's listen. After doing this research, Iceland's at the top of the list now. Iceland's definitely at the top of the list now.
Hi, this is one day of living in Iceland. Diane. Sæli. 1 year living in Iceland. Ég heiti Cedric. Ég frá America. Ég spela kofferbata. And my favorite phrase is Hvað gera? Oh, älskar min. Sjáumst Morgan. Okay, today marks me being here for 3 years, and I know I don't know the language 100%, but you gotta give me a break. It's top 10 one of the hardest languages to learn in the world. But don't think I don't catch on to some of the things you guys say, because I've caught some of the things you guys say around me, and I understand a little bit. These are a lot of context clues. So I'm on to you guys. Bless, bless.
You gotta get one of those Bluetooth language translator that they have. I got to get a couple of those the next couple of travel trips I take. Put them in. They'll know what I'm talking about. They can translate like 135 different languages.
I will never come back to Iceland. I will never fucking come back here. I have never been anywhere in the world where I felt like I would never return within the first 24 hours.
24 hours. That seems like a really short period of time to draw a conclusion on an entire island, the whole of which you could not possibly have seen in that period of time.
This place is fucking terrible. Everything is fucking expensive. Just went out to dinner. We got some mediocre ass penne marinara, $30.
Okay, couple of things. One, Iceland is the second most expensive country in Europe, second only to Luxembourg. Two, because it's an island in the middle of the North Atlantic, everything has to be imported that isn't produced locally. Because of that, things are going to be more expensive. You guys went out and got, you know, pasta and marinara sauce. They don't make pasta and marinara sauce there.
No.
So it's got to come from somewhere. So yeah, it's going to be expensive.
It's cold as fuck. It's just like, I understand, yes, you gotta venture outside and you gotta see the glaciers and the fucking volcanoes and whatever the fuck, but like, bitch, no. I'm sorry.
Good indicator that she was getting some heat in the comment section of that video. One of my best friends that lives up in the UK is from Iceland, and I know that she would not take kindly to this video in any way, shape, or form. And in a follow-up video that she posted, she responded to a comment where she said that she did do preparation and she did research, but I don't think she did anywhere near enough.
Nope,
I mean, this is her account page. She is doing travel blogging or some type of travel-oriented content, both here on TikTok and on YouTube. Travel 101 says that you need to know about where you're going before you go. Now, I haven't made it to Iceland yet, but it is very high on my to-visit list. And my friend Henny has told me many wonderful, wonderful things about the island because that's where she's from. But if you're going to complain about the cost of stuff without knowing what the exchange rate is between your local currency and the currency of the country that you're going to, if you don't do any research into what kind of cuisine is available so that you know what to try when you get there, if you don't look into the experiences of other people who post videos or post on Reddit or places like that, you're going to be underwhelmed. You're going to be disappointed, but this is on you. This is not Iceland's fault. This is your fault because you were unprepared. You had unrealistic expectations. And in another video where you went to Mauritius, you didn't have anything. I think Iceland will be perfectly fine without you going back.
You know, we live in a time when we got Google and all these different things right in our hands. That's an easy research where you could research menus and prices and everything in the world before you even leave your house. And I think something humbled her. I'm not sure what it was, but the anger and how she was pissed off, it seemed like somebody really humbled her. So a lot of time people go into these spaces that's different from theirs and want to act a certain way. And then when they get humbled, they get angry. All of a sudden, I want to leave. This is one of the worst places I ever seen in my life. Worst ever.
So black people should come to Iceland?
Of course, I got to hit this because of the music, but hey, Iceland looks amazing. Amazing pictures. Look, fellas, there's some cuties out there in Iceland too. Got some black sisters out there. Oh yeah. Not sure they yep, you know, once you see that right there, once you see them do like this, you already know. That's how you know they black right there. That's what we all do. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to itch that hair and scratch. No, you just.
Being black in Iceland is like being Chinese in Africa.
Okay.
Nobody cares except the racists.
Hey, that's a good way of putting it, right? That's a great way of putting it. Now, all the clips and stuff that I've seen of Iceland, I see a lot of black people in Iceland enjoying the time of their life. A lot of black people are migrating to Iceland, moving there after going and spending vacation. And it seemed like it's a nice place where people settle and live a very good life, live their best life at least. Now, if you're black and you have visited Iceland or you plan on visiting Iceland, let me know that in the comments, because this is just me telling the rest of the help getting the word out, because ever since we started this Black TikTok, Black Irish TikTok, Black American TikTok, now we got the Black Iceland TikTok. It hasn't really taken off like the other ones did, but yeah, there is Black people living in Iceland. And y'all need to let me know down in the comments what y'all think about these kinfolks out here. We got cousins out here, y'all. And some of them are moving from where they're at now. And a few of them. Now, I do plan on visiting Iceland soon, and I hope I get there before you. Let me know down in the comments when your next hope to go see the Northern Lights in late August to April. Drop a B-roll for each. So we got Black people in Iceland, y'all, and I'm gonna need y'all to let me know down in the comments, how do you feel about seeing our cousins out there in Iceland living their best life? And if you plan on joining them for a little barbecue, a little get together, and you could always leave the comments down here below and communicate with your cousins, aunties, and uncles around the world. This is Peepod Cove Life, where I bring y'all life experiences and things going on within the culture. Keep it 100 all the time. Y'all stay blessed and strong. I'm going to see y'all on the next one, y'all. Peace out.